Hi, and welcome. This is a Facebook series on Arizona Vote 2022. Did you know? So, Brendan, I hope that I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I believe you have done this in your own experience. You were registered for one party, and then you registered for the other party for whose primaries you wanted to vote, or in whose primaries you wanted to vote. Why would a person do that? I also heard that elections are won on primaries. I don't understand that concept. Any light on that?
Yeah, so I'll start out. Yeah, David, you are certainly outing me as an independent voter here. So I've been since I want to say since I was 20, I've been an independent voter in the state of Arizona, choosing which primary I vote in each year. And the way that I make my decision is based on which district I live in. If my district leans one way or the other in a typical way, so if my district, for instance, leans Republican, meaning that in the history of the seat, it's usually voted is usually represented by a Republican. I will choose the Republican primary so that way I can pick the candidate that most represents my views. Or if I lived in a more Democratic area, then I might pick a Democratic ballot because there might be more Democratic candidates that are vying for that seat. Because if I were registering to vote as a Democrat in a Democratic primary as an independent voter, but Democrats only are running one person in the primary race, then I may not be able to vote, and vice versa. So I tend to vote if I live in an area that has whichever party has more candidates to choose, that is usually the party that I will assign myself to as an independent voter in order to vote in the primary election. And I think it's very important that independents recognize that they can vote in the primaries for both Republican and Democratic primaries wherever they live. Gina, it looked like you had something that you wanted to bring in
Yes, I
there.
agree.
Yeah, I think that's a really great point, Brendan, because I think what you're explaining there, how I hear it is you're looking at to see, where are their competitive primaries? Is it competitive on the Democratic side or on the Republican side? And I just wanted to, because, when we talk about this, sometimes it can get a little confusing. And I just wanted to reiterate that for independent voters, when you're voting in the August primary, you're selecting that single party ballot based on however you make your decision. Brendan explained how he made his decision, but you do not have to re-register to vote with that party to get that party ballot. So you can remain with your independent status on your voter registration record. You just simply tell the poll worker when you go to vote in person, this is the party ballot I want. And importantly, if you are on the active early voting list or you're making a one-time request for a mail ballot, you have to be proactive as an independent voter. You have to contact your county and tell them which party ballot to mail to you. Because when we're on the active early voting list, the county automatically mails out ballots. But if you're an independent, they don't know which ballot you want. So they cannot automatically mail it to you without you telling them. So since a lot of our voters are vote by mail, it's very important that when you're an independent voter, you're proactive, you know which party primary that you want to vote in, and then you contact your county to tell them which one to send you.
Gina Roberts from Clean Elections, thank you so much for helping us do this show. Great information.
Thank you.
Brendan Blake, Associate State Director for Advocacy, AARP Arizona, thank you so very much.
Thanks, David.
Stay tuned. We will continue with this Facebook series. We'll do more shows, so stay tuned and see you then. Take care.